Welcome back to IGN's E3 live show. Up now, we have a new look at Monkey Island 2 Special Edition. The Special Edition of the original Monkey Island brought a classic adventure game to a new audience, complete with updated and snazzy graphics. So with us now is Craig Derrick of LucasArts. Take it away.
Hey everybody, what's up? I'm here with Craig Derrick from LucasArts, and he's here to show us Monkey Island 2 Special Edition, LeChuck's Revenge.
LeChuck's Revenge. It's a long title, right?
It is a little bit long, yes. So what's new about this game? I know we had a version last year that launched, so how did you guys improve it?
Well, I mean, we did a couple things. I mean, first, what we did with the first Special Edition is we have this great signature features where it's high-def art, new voice, lots of great features. We kept those, and then we responded to the fans. Like, we had a lot of success with that first game, but people really wanted to see a little bit something different. So we're going to take you through this. We've got some people, a guy, Pat, that's driving the game right now. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We'll show you.
Sounds good.
So
I bust into the church and say.
So what we have here is we've got it's Monkey Island 2's Special Edition, and it's the second installment in the faithfully reimagined Monkey Island series. And so what we're seeing here is really the high definition art, but also just all the new visual effects that have been brought to light to make the environment feel like it's back really alive. You see like the grass in the back is moving, there's dynamic lights, you hear the voiceover, all the original cast is back again, and then if you switch back to the classic version, this is one of the first examples of how we responded to fans. Now you can actually have the voiceover in the classic version, or you can have it in the Special Edition, and you can switch back. That's a great segue into how the hot swap works. Every environment within the game, you can switch between the classic version and the Special Edition. The Special Edition is built on top of the classic game. It's really, really great. The music's been remastered. We have a hint system that we've improved upon. We're going to show you a little bit about that. And then we've added some bonus features too. So let's jump into that. The story is it takes place about a year after The Secret of Monkey Island. Guybrush is still a wannabe pirate, but he's had some success. He's now looking for the treasure of Big Whoop, and he's on Scab Island, but he's stuck there by this guy named Largo. So we're going to run into him really quick, and that's the first part of the game. It's the Largo embargo.
I remember this guy very well.
Largo's he's an interesting cat.
He's a little bit mean.
A little vain. So like he's kind of like a little gangster on Scab Island here.
Where do you think
you're still seeing all the high definition art. We've skipped through that. Now we're going to show you the first new feature, how we've improved upon the original Special Edition. What Pat's doing right now is he's actually using the thumbstick on the controller to move Guybrush around. If you remember the original game, you used to have to point and then click wherever you wanted to go. And now we've improved that, because when people pick up that controller, they just instinctively think that that's how they're going to drive the character. If you're going to be Guybrush, you need to feel like you're connected to him. That's our way of doing that. Now, if you still want to play point and click, you can turn that option on in the Special Edition, or you can go to the classic version and do it as well. And you can see he's doing that now.
Yeah. That's a big help for console gamers, I know. It
is. It's just and new gamers as well. People, when they buy this game, they expect to be able to move the character around, and that's what they're going to get. Now, we're going to show you the hint system. Now, the hint system works, it's a three-tiered system, and it kind of helps guide you to the solutions. So the first time you press X, it's telling you there's something over by this sign and near the front. If I press X again, it's saying take a closer look at the sign near the entrance. So there's something about that sign that I have to do something with to solve a puzzle. I'm still not really sure, so I hit X again for the third time, and it says I should pick up the shovel from the sign. Now, if I walk over to that sign, and this is something also we're responding to from feedback last year, is the hints guided you towards to a possible solution. But this is a puzzle game, and it involves a lot of times objects hidden in the environment. Sometimes people can't find those objects. So we added this object highlighting. So if he presses like the left shoulder button, it starts to highlight that object on that sign. So there's something there I can do. So even though the hint told me that, I don't know if there's actually an object there. And that works anywhere in the environment that there's objects that you can interact with. Now, another update is the way that you interact with objects. So if you remember in the classic version again, as we switch to it, there are these 9 verbs. Yeah, yes. And you could pick any one of them to select. So, but obviously I don't want to talk to the sign, or I don't know if I can push the sign. So
Pull the sign.
Yeah, you can pull the sign. So we've eliminated that a bit, and we've streamlined it by creating this verb radio dial. So now when I hover over those objects, I'm given the best choices for that sign. In this case, it's look at or pick up. But in other cases, if there's objects that have like a funny response, but it's not useful, we'll put that on there too. So it fans out with all the choices. So Pat's going to pick up that sign, and now he's got the shovel. It's in his inventory, and you see a little icon. So now we're going to talk a little bit about some of the bonus features that we have in the game. So one of the really great parts of this is that we were able to invite Ron Gilbert, Tim Schafer, and Dave Grossman, the 3 original creators of the Monkey Island franchise, back and to provide developer commentary. And so throughout select scenes in the game, you can press the right bumper, and you get this great Mystery Science Theater silhouette of the 3 guys. And they start talking about, like in this particular case, we're in Wally the cartographer's place, and they're talking about the character of Wally, how he gets really abused throughout the game, and how Guybrush does this. Other scenes you walk into.
And we can see it works also in classic mode.
It works in classic mode. You can turn that right down so you can their perspective on the game as it was nearly 20 years ago. And that's really, I think, the best part of this. We're actually celebrating the 20th anniversary of Monkey Island this year, and Monkey Island is arguably the best adventure game really out there, and it's certainly a masterpiece within the Monkey Island franchise. So having those guys participate in that has been great.
Do you know about how many scenes they recorded? Well,
we have about an hour of commentary, and it's throughout the game from start to finish. And we have a couple, there's a lot of really great stories, whether it's about the origins of puzzles or them kind of just the chemistry between those guys and what it was like to work at LucasArts way back then. You get it really all, so it's really fun. So the last feature is an art viewer, and it's really the art of Monkey Island. We went back through the archive and found some of the original pieces. This is dated like 1992. It's Peter Chan's original work that was used for the backgrounds. We included that, and we've also included many of the new pieces that were used to really redesign those characters. And this happens throughout the game. You start to unlock them as you go through. So it's a great thing for the fans, and I think new people coming into it too will really appreciate sort of what it takes to build these games by seeing that. So
great. Well,
that's
thank you so much
for
showing it to us.
You're welcome. It comes out July 7th. It's a digital download. It's on Xbox Live Arcade, PSN, PC, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Guybrush, such a mighty puzzle-solving pirate I still see. Wow, I nailed that one. All right, and as always, guys, if you have any comments about what you've been watching, remember, follow our Twitter at IGN, hashtag IGN Live, and send us a tweet or two. Up next, we will have a game that should get Star Wars fans really excited. You probably already know what it is, so fire up those lightsabers because we're going to have a sneak peek at the Old Republic.